Say the second case. This is that is if the roots are real and equal. So if the roots of the auxiliary equation are real and equal. So mark this equation by 5. Mark this previous equation by 5. If two roots are equal, that is if m1 equal to m2, then what we will get from 5? This is y equal to c1 m1x, and second root m1 equal to m2, so we are putting m1 in place of m2. So we write another term c m3x like this, c n e to the power mn x. So from first two term we are taking common e to the power m1x. So here two roots are same, e to the power mn x. So we are taking these two constant equal to a e to the power m1x plus c3 e to the power m3x up to cn e to the power mnx. So mark this equation 6, where a equal to c1 plus c2. So this solution will contain n minus 1 arbitrary constant. That is, first one is a1, c3 up to cn. These are n minus 1 arbitrary constant, but not n. So the complementary function of first equation, that is a function of dy equal to x, must contain as many arbitrary constant as in the order of the given differential equation. So this 6 is not a solution of 2. 2 means function of dy equal to 0. So this is not a solution of general solution of this equation. To find the general solution, the general solution of 2, this is function of dy equal to 0 is d minus m1 whole square y equal to 0. So we are expanding it. Let d minus m1 y equal to v. Mark it 8. From 7 putting these values, so d minus m1 v equal to 0. So ultimately d stands for differentiation of with respect to x, d dx equal to m1 v. Now separating the variables, m1 into dx, and after integrating we get this, and finally v equal to, if we take c1, this is c1 e to the power m1 x. So putting the value of v in 8. So if now putting the value v in 8 is d minus m1 y equal to v is c1 e to the power m1x. Mark this 9. So you can see this is a linear equation, or we can write like this, dy by dx minus m1y equal to c1 e to the power m1x. Both equations are same, so this is linear in y. So for this we have to find, so this is a linear equation. For this we have to find integrating factor. What is integrating factor? m1 dx ultimately minus m1 x. And the solution of this 9, so the solution of 9 is given by, because it is linear in y, so left hand side y into integrating factor, and right hand side integration e to the power m1x into integrating factor e to the power minus m1x dx plus c2. Ultimately these two cancel, becomes 1, so c1 dx plus c2, c1x plus c2. This is the value of y e to the power minus m1x. From this y equal to c1x plus c2 e to the power m1x. So the general solution of 1. So the general solution of 1, that is a function of dy equal to x, is given by, when right hand side 0, is given by y equal to c2 plus c1x e to the power m1x c3 e to the power m3x up to cn e to the power mn x. Here the number of constant is n. Similarly, here the number of constant n. This is the general solution of third case, if the roots are complex in the auxiliary equation. So we will write the solution for these two for the complex root. Suppose these two roots are imaginary. Say m1 equal to alpha plus, say m1 equal to alpha plus I beta and m2 alpha minus I beta, where I equal to what? Root over minus 1. So these are the two roots which are in complex form, m1 equal to alpha plus I beta and alpha minus I beta. Then the corresponding solution will be y equal to c1 e to the power first root alpha plus I beta into x plus c2 e to the power alpha minus I beta into x. So from these two we can take common e to the power alpha x. So c1 e to the power I beta x plus c2 e to the power minus I beta x. Now use de Moivre's theorem. So e to the power I beta x equal to cos beta x plus I sin beta x. So de Moivre's theorem. Similarly, c2 e to the power minus I beta x equal to cos of beta x, and this is my sin of minus theta equal to minus sin theta I sin beta x. So now we can take common what? E to the power alpha x. We are taking cos beta x. This is c1 plus c2 cos beta x. Again we can take common I c1 minus c2 sin beta x. So finally this c1 and c2 are two constant. So replace this constant by a cos beta x plus, and this constant b sin beta x, putting c1 plus c2 equal to a and I c1 minus c2 equal to b. Here a and b are any two arbitrary constant. If roots are in complex form, then the solution will be like this. Okay, thus we have seen all three solution if the roots are real and distinct, real and equal, and imaginary. So these are the solution of an auxiliary equation, and we can write the solution of linear differential equation, complementary function. Solution means complementary function of this linear differential equation. Okay, the method or step to find a complementary function. Suppose we have a linear differential equation. Say this is a linear differential equation of order n. So we are writing a linear differential equation with constant coefficient. Mark this one. So our first step will be rewrite this equation into the symbolic form. So we already learned what is symbolic form. First we have to write this equation to symbolic form. Our next step will be writing this in symbolic form. So this is the symbolic form, where this d stands for d dx, d square stands for double differentiation d square by dx square, like this, etc. So in our next step, what we have to do? We have to write the auxiliary equation. So how auxiliary equation we will get? Just replace d by m in this equation, taking right hand side equal to 0. So auxiliary equation is m to the power n a1, m to the power n minus 1 a2, m to the power n minus 2, like this, an equal to 0. So auxiliary, simply we get the auxiliary equation by writing m in place of d in the equation f of d equal to 0. F of d equal to 0. Next step. So in our next step, from this 3, we have to find the roots of this auxiliary equation. This is auxiliary equation. In step 3, find roots of auxiliary equation. We have to find the roots of auxiliary equation. And step 4. In step 4, we have to write the corresponding solution. Writing corresponding solution. So these are the steps we have to done to solve or find a complementary function of a linear equation with constant coefficient. Now we will see how to find a complementary function by taking some basic example. So first we are taking one example. This is solve this equation, d square y by dx by 5 dy by dx plus 6y. This is some basic example. So this right hand side equal to 0. So we have to find the complementary function. So first our aim is to write this equation into symbolic form. So for writing this out, d square, we are writing it symbolic form, plus 5d plus 6 y equal to 0, where this d stands for differentiation with respect to x and d square equal to double differentiation with respect to x. So first step is over. So we are already writing the equation in symbolic form. Next step to write this auxiliary equation. So auxiliary equation is just simply writing m in place of d. So m square 5m plus 6 equal to 0. So function of d equal to 0, writing m in the place of d in this equation, not in y. So m square plus 5m plus 6 equal to 0. Now solve this equation. So we can easily find out these m's are the roots of this equation. We can easily find out the roots of the equation. So ultimately value of m equal to minus 3, minus 2. So root of this auxiliary equation is minus 3 and minus 2. So roots are real and distinct. So roots are real number and distinct. So general solution will be written like this. The general solution is given by, we already learned how to write a general solution if the roots are real and distinct. So y equal to c1 e to the power first root minus 3x plus c2 second root e to the power minus 2x. This is m1 and m2. c1 e to the power m1x plus c2 m2x. This will be your general solution for this equation, where c1 c2 are two arbitrary constant. So if roots are real and distinct, solution will be this. Now we will see if the roots are equal. So this is the equation given, the d square y by dx by 4 dy by dx plus 4y equal to 0. First we have to write in symbolic form. So this will be the symbolic form of this equation. Next you write auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation, write m in place of d in this function of d. So this will be your auxiliary equation. So solve it, we will get two values of m. So this is in the formula a square minus twice ab plus b square equal to 0. So we will get two values and these two roots are same. Therefore m equal to 2, other one is also 2. So both roots are same, equal. So we will write the solution as we have learned in case 2, when the roots are equal. So the general solution will be, therefore general solution is y equal to c1 plus c2x e to the power 2 into x, e to the power 2 into x. So this will be your general solution if two roots are same. Here c1, c2 are arbitrary constant. Okay. Now we will see this example for third case. So first you write the equation in symbolic form. Here also d stands for d dx, etc. So auxiliary equation, writing m in place of d of the function of d in this equation 0. So we have to solve or find out this value, find out the roots of this equation. So m equal to, we are using here the quadratic formula. This is minus 4 plus minus 16 b square minus 4 into a into c divided by 2 into a. So after simplification you will get 4 plus minus root over minus 36 divided by 2. Ultimately minus 4 plus minus root over minus means 1 means I, and square root of 36 6 divided by 2. And finally values of m will be minus 2 plus minus I 3. So the roots are in imaginary form or complex form. This is alpha plus minus I beta. Therefore general solution is given by, so in this case general solution is given by y equal to what will be e to the power alpha x. So e to the power, here alpha is minus 2x, then a arbitrary constant a cos beta x, here beta is 3, so we will write cos 3x and same plus sine beta x. So this will be your solution when the roots are in imaginary number. So e to the power alpha, alpha means the real part, and beta, a cos beta, beta is your imaginary part. Okay. So these are the three types of solution related to auxiliary equation. Okay. Thank you.